Sunday's child is bonny and blithe and good and gay. You see, not many people know that one, do they? Anyway, I think they might have changed it recently. Yeah, just a quick one, which stuff has been knocking around my brain this morning. Yeah, I know there's a lot of space. Overnight, the Telegraph was reporting somebody they spoke to in the office of students who said, following the Durham little fracas that there was last week, that students should engage with ideas that they find uncomfortable, and this is important. And I thought to myself, yes, you're right, this is so true, they should do, but it's amazing quite how little of that is actually applied vis-a-vis the non-student world. And I'm going to post a link down below. There was a piece yesterday on GB News about whether or not race as a concept in the UK has become too political, which, as a teacher of sociology, I find interesting because it's been political for as long as I can remember being alive, and I can remember a lot of being alive because I'm old. So I thought, okay, let's give it a look. And it starts off well with Tomiwa Owolade, I'm not really quite sure how to pronounce his surname, my apologies, who really starts off extremely well, I think, giving a sort of cultural and political overview of what used to be considered the biology of race. Fine. And after that, it moves into some odd territory, shall we say, and you can only really make sense of this, I think, in terms of the concept of blackwashing, which is, for those of you that aren't familiar with that, it's the concept of replacing white characters with black ones to give things a certain hue, shall we say. And anyway, I'll come on to these people because we also get to see Christine Louis Ditsully, who unfortunately has too long a name for the person at GB News to properly post who she is. We then come on to Ike Ije, I think it's how it's pronounced, who's an architect, which is slightly odd. And lastly, we have Jim from the University of Canterbury. Now, I'll say, please do watch the video because it's, it seems like a perfectly measured and well thought out speech. But the moment you sort of leave the room and take some deep gulps of air because there's too much gaslighting in there, you realise that these people are in fact effectively all from the same place and the same viewpoint. They have links with the IEA and Spiked magazine vis-a-vis Unheard, etc. Now, obviously I would find this problematic because I think it's at best disingenuous. And secondly, I think it is in itself racist. Whenever we are presented with black faces giving out an opinion which is not a majority black opinion. There's nothing wrong with minority opinions, but when you construct an argument with 3 black people and 1 white guy, it does look a bit like you're loading the bases somewhat. Anyway, as I say, do have a look at the piece. It does contain a reasonable amount of okay stuff, mainly from Tomiwa. And then it really does stray off. And I'm sorry, but I don't want to be lectured by somebody from Spiked magazine about what my politics should be and what my viewpoint should be, because they take money from American right-wing billionaires, don't they? Which they don't tell you, which in itself is at best disingenuous. Anyway, have a look at it, engage with some things you don't really like, make up your own mind. I think that's the idea, isn't it? Yeah, that would be the idea. Yeah. Anyway, have a lovely Sunday.